To find the surface area of a triangular prism, we first have to identify the faces. And since we're dealing with a triangular prism, I know that there's two identical triangles. So I see a triangle here and a triangle in back. So our triangle has a base of 8 centimeters and a height of 3 centimeters. And these lines on the side means that each of those sides is 8 centimeters as well. They're congruent. They're the same size. And then it says that we have 3 different rectangles. So I'm going to make our this rectangle green. And it has a base of 12 and a height of 8 centimeters. I also see 2 other rectangles. And for this example, they are actually all the same because this has a length of 12 and this has a height of 8. 12, 8, 12, 8, 12, 8. So there's actually 3 of these and 2 triangles. So the second step is to calculate the area of each face. And I have both a triangle and a rectangle. So for a triangle, I can do 1/2 times base times height, or I can do the base times height divided by 2, which I personally prefer that way. So I would do 8 times 3 divided by 2 to get 12. For my rectangle, base times height, so I'm going to do 12 times 8, which is 96. Now we have to add all the areas together. And I know there's 3 rectangles, so 96 times 3. And I know that there are 2 rectangles. I'm going to do 12 times 2. And I'm going to add those together. And I get 312 centimeters squared. For this triangular prism, we still have to identify the faces. Oops. So we know that there's 2 identical triangles. So I see one up here and one down here. And there's a lot of numbers that surround this. We know this side length, it's 3, we know this is 5, and we know this is 6 because of down here. And we also know the height is 4 centimeters. Now, so there's 2 of those, and we know we have 3 different rectangles. So one of them right up front, I'm going to do in green, has a base of 6 centimeters and a height of 8 centimeters. We have another rectangle that has a side length of 8 centimeters and a side length of 5 centimeters, which is found right here. And we have that has a side length of 8 centimeters, another side length of 3 centimeters. That is found right here. So now we need to calculate the area of each face. So to calculate the area of the triangle, I'm going to do base times height divided by 2. And the base of the triangle is 6 centimeters, and the height is 4 centimeters. I know the 6 centimeters is the base because it's perpendicular 90 degrees to the height. So to calculate the area of that, we're going to do 6 times 4 divided by 2 and get 12. For a rectangle, base times height, I'm going to do 8 times 6, which is 48. I'm going to do my orange, 5 times 8, which is 40, and in blue, 8 times 3, which is 24. Now I have to add all the areas together. So I know that there's 2 triangles, so I'm going to times 12 by 2. There's only 1 green, 1 orange, and 1 blue, so I'm going to add all of these together.
So 12 times 2 plus 48 times plus 40 plus 24
is 136, and my units is centimeters squared.